Why didn't you get the jalapeno? Jalapeno on a burger is delicious.
It's good. I just wasn't. I was having like a chapped lip situation. So if I added spice to it, I just would have been.
Dude,
I
get
just
some
would have been a
Burt's
mess.
Bees and grow up, dude.
I got Burt's Bees, dude, but I
Tell your
left
girl,
it.
be like, hey, lather me up, baby girl. I need some Burt's.
All right, episode 57. Who's 57? David Perron, I believe. 57, or at least he was maybe for the Blues.
I think that's accurate.
I think so.
I don't know who the fuck else is 57 though.
Gotta be a couple of good linebackers in the 57 spot, you know. Is Levante David 57?
I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know. 57 is one of those numbers, man. That's like a
could be anybody. Yeah, it could be anybody.
Yeah.
When we're big enough, we're gonna have a guy that just has the numbers.
Yeah, just every time.
We don't have to do like the 100, but like if it's episode 130, we'll do the 30s.
Yeah,
we'll carry it on. Bob in Detroit, Mike in Chicago. Jack is with us too, but he is dead. Everybody's dead. It seems like I was dead this morning and a little bit last night. Jack has some sort of a cold and sinus infection and ear infection, so the boys are down. When are we not down?
Yeah,
there's always. There's something going on every week with somebody.
Yeah, it's never ending. I mean, fuck this weather too, man. I blame the weather all day. I mean, the last 3 months it's been weather, sick this, sick that. I mean, whatever. What are you gonna do?
It's the change between the cold and the hot that's fucking everybody up, I think.
Yeah, of course.
Because it just keeps bebopping, and now there's an ice storm here in Detroit. So,
well, it doesn't hurt or help that like it went from like 30 to like fucking 10, and then back to like 50 for a couple days, and now it's back to like 20 and icy. You're like, all right, like let's figure this out and let's fucking stay the course, you know, like we want spring.
Let's jump to spring, dude. Fuck the groundhog.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Name? Like, I don't know, fucking Sir Wellington. I don't know.
It's something like that.
It is something dumb as fuck. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's something stupid as hell like that. I know.
If he's available, we'd like to have him on the podcast to talk to him about his decision on the weather in spring.
Yeah. Who in the F fucking came up with that? I mean, is there an explanation behind that?
Maybe we could do a pod on it.
Dude, we have to look into that one day and just be like, where did the fucking groundhog come from? I mean, come on.
That's got to be a very interesting story. Like, why did they do it in that town in Pennsylvania? Like, what's...
Yeah. Like, there's got to be some legitimate, like, history to it that people that were super dumb back in the day were like, this is right. You know?
Could you imagine, like, trying to start some shit like that now? Like, somebody just, like, posts a groundhog, and he's like, oh, he saw a shadow. We got 3 more weeks of winter. And then all of Twitter would be like,
we have phones.
Cares. Yeah,
like, nobody cares. Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit. We know when it's going to be spring. It's like April-ish. We get it.
Yeah, it's like the South Park Mormon episode. This is the second time I brought this up, but like Stan's like, you're telling me that the first person in the world was born in Arizona or whatever they believe. He's like, it's hard to believe something that I can literally look up and find out is not true. Like,
yeah, it is very dumb. This shit just wouldn't fly today. That was like a passing a note by horseback type of deal where they're like, this groundhog said we got some more time with the cold.
Remember those days when you could just take someone's word for it and like you have to believe it, like, or not believe it. You can't actually look into it and be like, nope, this isn't true, or yep, this is true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those were the days, man. And now we barely lived those days.
Now we're way oversaturated, especially lately.
Yeah, and not only are we oversaturated, it's like we're oversaturated with who knows if those things are true too, but everyone
That's
is
the
like,
thing.
if it's on the internet, yeah. If
it's almost the exact same, but we just have we have more information, but it's like there is still no credibility behind it.
Exactly. There's no credibility. There's everything to just give you that like confirmation, but in reality, who the fuck knows? You know what I mean?
Like
Yeah.
that, what was that thing that happened today? It was a fire at the like nuclear something. It was some security nuclear place where they like essentially work
Yeah.
on our missiles.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And there
Yeah.
was like
Saw
a
that.
fire there today, and like it like blew up on this news page, and I looked into it, and they're like, yeah, the fire was put out in 5 minutes. Nobody got hurt. Everything's fine. And it's like this was like big news because big news keeps happening. Like we're trying to turn
Mhm.
this into something that it's just like, yeah, this shit just happens sometimes, you know?
Yeah. It's
Wild.
hilarious because we don't even think about it, and then we just go with it. It's like, well, dude, like it's just as dumb as like you believing in anything because you have really no idea. It's like you have no
No.
idea if any of this shit's true or not. Like it's all a leap of faith, I guess.
Yeah. Segue into my weekend. I bring that up because my mom. So I was in Austin this weekend. Great time. I'll get into that a little bit more here in a minute. But my mom texted me, or she actually called me today, and she's like, "How you doing?" It's like, "I'm good." She's like, "Are you guys like okay? I heard about that stuff that happened in Austin." I was like, "What do you mean that stuff that happened in Austin?" She was like, "Oh, I just like saw this video of like these police were like getting pushed away or and blah blah blah. There was like a riot or something." And I saw this video too, and it was just people street racing. And Austin, by the way, too, fucking zillion nice cars. Crazy. Like, I haven't seen nice cars like that one after another in my whole life. So I believe that
Really?
there's plenty of Tokyo drift happening down there. But yeah, it was just like a street race, and the cops were trying to break it up. And then, like, the people were, like, pushing the cops away. And then eventually, like, everything dispersed and everybody was fine. And she was like, "Are you guys like okay?" She like read the headline, thought something bad happened. Like, no, I was downtown that night, didn't even hear about it or know anything was
Yeah,
happening. Like,
that's
everything's
funny.
good. But
That's hilarious.
Austin's sick, man.
Is it?
It's really sick. Yeah, out of all the places that I've been and like done like some bar hopping and things like that, not that I'm a world traveler, but
Yeah, I
uh,
get it.
it's in my top two. I would say like Chicago's up there. Chicago and Austin are probably my top two. Like there is so many bars and they're all in one spot, like right downtown Austin, right next to Texas Stadium. It's fucking sick. And there's just a zillion bars. There's live music in every one of them. Uh, and then on that same road is the Vulcan, where Joe Rogan does like Tuesday and Wednesdays, basically works his shit out, right? And all of his like buddies, all the Austin people will go there and just kind of do 15 minutes and work on their stuff.
Is that his? Is that his? The place he just built?
No, so he's still working on his place. The Vulcan's
Okay.
like the one that's kind of been there, it's established, and that's like the
Okay.
comedy place right now. But once
Yeah,
his is
yeah,
built, I'm sure he'll take a lot of that crowd.
yeah,
Uh,
for sure.
But it's cool. It's just a cool, like, it's cool to be able to have that. And you know that maybe you could see fucking like Dave Chappelle on Tuesday for 15 minutes. You have no idea what's going to happen, you know? And that's just like, that's fascinating to me because there's only 3 places in the world you can do that: New York, Austin, LA, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say that's the coolest thing is that you can go. Yeah, I, I would be if I fucking had a comedy store or something like that around here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that
Be
had
there
like
all
big
the time.
names. I'd be there every fucking day, dude. Every
Yeah,
day.
that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
that was cool. Then we went to my favorite bar that I've ever been to in my life.
What's that?
And so it's like an upstairs. It's almost like it's just a giant rectangle room. And along all the walls, so you look to your left, along all the walls are uh, Pop-A-Shot basketball, and then a couple
Okay.
of pitching, basically like speed machines. Perfect for the bar, both items. I played basketball for like 2 hours. Threw a couple of balls, 63 on the gun. Not going to brag.
Hey.
But I mean, I was also liquored up. So wait till I'm sober and stretched. I'll hit like 65.
That's
Uh,
hilarious.
and then, so like that shit on the walls. And then the bar is along the wall. And then if you look to your right, it's a stage. And they just happen to be playing like alt and punk all night. It was incredible. It was like some fucking like Saliva to Blink to like Creed. Like they were bouncing all over the place between like alt and punk. It was like the perfect mix for me. If I had to build a bar, that's what it would be. And I had a blast.
Really?
Oh
That's
yeah, dude.
awesome.
It was a good mix.
Yeah, that's dope as fuck. It was a live band?
Yep. Live band.
Did you guys know it was going to be a live band, or you just went in there and were like, oh, there's a live band?
The people that we were visiting with knew it was going to be a live band. I didn't really know like what we were walking into. It was one of those things where the street that the comedy place is on with all these other bars is like shut down. So you just walk through the street. So you're hearing a bunch of music. You don't know where the fuck it's coming from. It could be coming from any bar. So yeah, I had no idea what we were walking into, but yeah, it was a blast. 10 out of 10.
Awesome.
Recommend going back to Austin. We'll be back.
What
for sure.
What was the stay? When did you come? Would you go Thursday to Sunday or Wednesday
Thursday
to
to
Sunday?
Sunday. Yep.
Hmm.
Came back Sunday.
Did you was meeting the people that you were with? Was that the first time you met them, or you knew them already?
I knew them. I met them once with Savannah. Her and I had breakfast with them once. Yep. But other than that, that was like time number 2 meeting them.
And yeah, that's good. That's awesome that they were good people. Because God forbid,
they're great.
Fucking, you go with some foreign ass state, and you're like, oh man, these people actually kind of suck.
That was like my worst nightmare. Because that'd be horrible. Because you're trapped. There's nowhere you can go. You have to follow these people's lead the whole time.
100%. And God forbid, if you didn't, all of a sudden now you're fighting with old girl because she's gonna be like, "What the fuck?" or something. It just would have been a bad time.
Oh yeah. And so Ryan, shout out to Ryan. So we were with Tori and Ryan.
Nice.
Ryan has the bladder of like a fucking like the size of a pea. This dude takes a piss every 2 minutes, which could be annoying. Like if I'm Tori, I'm like, come on, dude, get your shit together. But like for me, whenever I had to piss, I'm like, where's the bathroom? This guy knows where every bathroom is in the whole city. Good guy to have with you, you know?
That is a good guy to have with you.
It's just a good guy to have with you. Because a lot of the time, especially when you're drunk, you have no idea where the bathroom is. And then you're searching like an asshole and you're gone for 10 minutes longer than you need to be. Yeah. But it's like having the guy that's just ready to buy you shots all the time and having a guy that knows where the bathrooms are. That's 2 guys that you want on your team.
The hero that you didn't know you needed, man.
Exactly.
That
exactly.
Is great. Shout out Ryan, dude.
Shout out to Ryan. Yeah, he was a huge help. And he was gambling his ass off the whole time. He is a bookie, which I appreciate. He's doing it the old school way.
Well, yeah, when it's illegal or when it's not legal, yeah, you gotta make things do.
Mm-hmm. You gotta have a guy.
Yeah, gotta have a guy.
And he's from Jersey, so he gets the bookie system already. He's well into it already.
So. Shout out Jersey. That's funny. So okay, I mean, not that anybody cares about who these people are, but maybe they do. The chick is from Michigan and the guy is from Jersey.
Yep, they met at Michigan State.
College. The old college try.
Yep.
Nice.
Shout out to Spartan Dogs.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. Great time. Great food. So much good food, dude. I'd gain 300 pounds if I lived down there. That would be the one caveat.
Do they shove the barbecue down your throat, or is it like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, or is it just fucking barbecue all day?
No, it's definitely a mix of everything. Like,
good.
There's a bunch of food trucks on this one road. So the bar road that I was telling you about, that's kind of like the college where all the college people hang out. And there's another road. It's called Rainy Street, and a developer took like ranch style houses, like a house you'd see in the township.
Yeah.
And he just popped like 8 of them right downtown, and he turned them all into bars. So it looks like a tiny, just like imagine like fucking Michigan and Chicago, Michigan Ave, and you're just walking down, there's a bunch of houses. It's random as fuck, but they're super cool. Because you walk in, and it's just a bar and some seating. But then outside, they have like turf. They have giant TVs. Like we watched the Michigan State game by the fire outside one of the houses. So that was super cool. But there they have a bunch of food trucks, and they're like all over the place. There's one from Detroit. There is like ice cream, mini donuts, fucking burgers. I had the best burger of my life there. No joke.
Really?
And it was from a skateboarder.
Love that.
Started his own business. It's just this window that's by those bars, which when it's just a window, you know it's going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
And they're 100% Wagyu beef patties that this guy uses.
Jesus. How much was the burger?
It was like $12.
No, it was not. That's not 100%
Yes.
Wagyu
Dude,
beef.
100%. Like, that's their thing. They only have 2 things on the menu. You get a burger and you get fries. That's all you can get.
Dude, so you're telling me that that's probably the worst part of the fucking cow that's Wagyu then. There's no fucking way that they're selling Wagyu burgers for $12, dude.
Dude,
No fucking way.
That's the whole thing. They got
What is-
I read they got like plaques explaining their story outside on the wall next to the window, and it's like, yeah, I was a skateboarder, I was a pro skateboarder, blah blah blah, and then they like set up their own cow system essentially. They're like, so they're not like getting it from a distributor. They basically like, okay, these are like the cows that we're gonna use. They almost bought cows. So I think that's kind of how they get in front of paying those high prices.
I don't know if you know about Wagyu, but Wagyu are cows that are built and raised in certain areas of the world.
Yes.
And they're treated as such. So like you can't have like, so technically everything out of that's not Japanese Wagyu technically isn't even Wagyu. I'm pretty sure that's accurate.
Yeah.
But they have like Australian Wagyu. They technically have American Wagyu, but like they just started calling like premium beef Wagyu. But I'm pretty sure all Wagyu, technically real legit A5, like all the good is all from Japan. But I don't know enough, but there's no way that.
I know, dude. I know. Trust. We'll do the vetting process.
What's the
couldn't
name
even
of it?
tell you.
Oh, you're a scumbag. Call Ryan right now. Get him on the pod.
Come on, dude. All right, hold on. Let me look this up.
I mean, maybe I believe you a little bit, but like, there's got to be. They got to be such small burgers. Then they weren't small, right? Obviously, they were the biggest burger you ever had.
No, it's not the biggest burger I ever had. It's a very medium-sized burger. It's called Not a Damn Chance. I like skateboarder Neen Williams. You ever heard of Neen
Williams? Yeah, I follow him on fucking. I follow him on Instagram. I fucking love Neen, bro. I liked him more when he was still skating as much, but he went full like fitness inspo fucking. He's got dreads and shit. Was he there?
Yeah, he was there.
That's dope as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I've been following that guy because, dude, and you know why he got that name? That Not a Damn Chance. So he used to fucking. This is wild, honestly. He used to post his meals. Like he would skate, work out, post his meals, like cooking it and then eating it. And then at the end of every meal, he would look down at his plate, throw his fork or napkin down. He'd be like, "Not a damn chance." And then that was it. Yeah. Because he always, like, the food had no chance of surviving because he would always finish his food because it was always fire.
That's funny. That makes way more sense. That was not on the plaque. You should have put that on the plaque.
Dude, go follow him on Instagram, bro. I'm going to. If you scroll far enough down, you'll find a video of him saying "not a damn chance."
That's funny. When I ordered from him, because like jalapeno just comes on this burger.
I love that.
And it sounds like you're not supposed to change it. Because when I told him, I was like, "I'll just get the burger, no jalapeno." He's like, "Not a damn chance." I was like, I gotta get jalapeno. He's like, "You should, but I'll let it slide."
Why didn't you get the jalapeno? Jalapeno on a burger is delicious.
It's good. I just wasn't. I was having like a chapped lip situation. So if I added spice to it, I just would have been.
Dude,
I
get
just
some
would have been a
fucking Burt's
mess.
Bees and grow up, dude.
I got Burt's Bees, dude, but I
Tell your
left it.
girl, be like, hey, lather me up, baby girl. I need some Burt's.
Oh, dude, Savannah had this fucking chapstick situation that she had going on while we were there is outlandish. So she had she brought Aquifer. It's supposed to be good chapstick, I guess. It's like
Okay.
scentless, whatever. But she brought it in one of those
Odorless?
like fucking little it's odorless. It's in one of those little fucking travel size like little circles. Like she just popped it all in there.
Okay.
And then she's like, I took some of it with my finger and was like doing this. She's like, no, you're supposed to like just press it up against your lips and do it that way. I was like, what? It's not like it's a nice like convex.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's not like that. It's a fucking mess in there. I'm like, I'm supposed to go like this and just dunk that shit like that. So get the fuck out of here. That was my only solution. So I was like, out of spite, I'm never dunking my lips in your shit ever. There's no shot. That's a crazy person thing.
That is fucking hilariously crazy.
Just bring the stick.
For real, what the fuck? Oh.
What are you like? It looked like she emptied the whole thing in there.
So did she like twist the stick all the way up and then like cut it off with a knife and mash it down like a butter knife?
We might be stupid. I don't know if Aquifer comes in like a fucking jelly jar and I'm just like missing the thing here, but if it was in a stick and she did what she did, she's a crazy person.
Dude, I honestly can't stop that.
Dude, he's like, you're supposed to go like this. And I was like, no. I'll get the coverage. Just let me dunk my pinky in there and do it like a person.
Like, have you never, like, Carmex, is it the same concept? Like, you put your fucking finger in there and you know, that's old people shit, but.
Exactly. And that I get. But yeah, this was.
Dude,
I'm not here for it.
Funny, bro. Doesn't she kind of have some, like, thick lips, too?
Yeah, she's got some hot lips on her.
It's like, I can just picture her shoving her mouth.
Yeah. She's fucking, yeah, it's a big dunk.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
can't. She's going to listen to this and be so
we
mad.
might have to cut some of this laughter. I can't stop. Oh,
I love you, babe. I'm sorry for shitting on you there, but
you're not shitting on her. It's just a funny concept because it's like you just don't expect it. Like, what the fuck?
Deservedly so to be shit on, though. That's crazy.
Before
I want to ask you about your weekend, but before I went to Austin, you know what I got the chance to do on Wednesday? Something I never do.
Wednesday. Okay, give me one clue.
It was. You'll never get this. You're just never gonna get it.
All right, then tell me. Fuck it. Don't tell me to guess. Don't tell me to guess, or I'm never gonna get it.
You're right. That was stupid. That was my fault.
What did you get to do?
I went to the bar for lunch and sat there alone and ate.
Oh, fucking hey!
It was great, glorious.
What'd you have?
And I saw coworkers walk in, and I fucking ducked it. Because I want to be alone, dude. It's my time, you know? Like, it's lunch. I don't want to sit with other people because then I've done that before and I've been picked out. They're like, no, you're coming to sit with us. When I was there first, I'm already sitting at the bar, like, let me do my thing.
Yeah, I got work to do.
Yeah, exactly. I got a Southwest chicken wrap. Phenomenal.
Can't go wrong.
It's called the Sassy Southwest there. It's like, give me one of them sassies.
That's awesome. Oh, fuck me. Well, that's good. That sounds like a good time, man. I'm pretty jealous of you, you're not gonna lie.
It was just a good 5-day stretch.
Yeah, definitely. I got some shit. I want to try and plan some trips and stuff, but I don't know. I got some shit this year that I just I got these season tickets are they're gonna end up burning me for this Cubs season, man.
You mean just like with taking weekends from you and stuff?
Yeah, it's like, so yeah, exactly. Like taking weekends from me, and it's like if I want to, like, maximize the tickets. I'm gonna have to burn PTO because we're all gonna get so many fucking 1 o'clock games. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
so it's just
Didn't
kind of
even think
like,
about that.
you're putting down a pretty nice chunk of change, and it's like, I guess I can give them away or I can try and sell them and make some of my money back. But it's like, why did I do it if I'm not gonna go to the games? You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
So it's
You're
like,
right.
fuck. And it is only, I think, 16 games. We split it, I think, 4 or 5 ways or whatever the fuck it is. So it's like, it's not a full season, but it's also, I mean, it's a lot of games, and I don't know. It's gonna be dope when I do it, but like right now, my pockets are sitting here like, was it good to just waste like 1,500 for games? You might go to half of them. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So, but I
I think
want to plan some shit, man.
I
What's
think
up?
you're gonna be glad you did it.
I do, I agree, but also like, this is another thing that kind of not stresses me out, but like, everybody that I split with, they have a built-in +1. Like, they got a girlfriend or a wife, and I don't. So it's like, if it's fucking Tuesday and I got a game for Wednesday, and I don't have any, like, say someone that I asked doesn't go with me, I'm like, fuck. I either got to be like, hey, dude, like, come to this game with me, meet me at Wrigley at fucking 6, or I eat a ticket, or I go alone. I don't know. It's kind of sucks not always having somebody that you can just be like, hey, dude, like, you're coming with today. Like, we're going to the
Yeah.
game. So
I think going alone to like a weekday day game could be a blast.
I don't necessarily disagree, but I just don't like doing anything alone, man.
I
I'm
get
a
that.
fucker.
I'm the
I'm a
same way.
weirdo. I'm a weirdo, but it's just like, it is what it is at this point. Like, I'm gonna figure it out, but yeah, I think
For,
I'm gonna have a lot of my weekends tied up this summer because of that shit.
well, for the record, I am psyched to go to my first Cubs game this summer. So,
Well, yeah, come on down.
I mean,
Absolutely.
we just got to figure out what weekend you don't have planned bringing
Well,
somebody else already.
we're picking the games. I think like this week, like my brother's like whipping up like a schedule, what he think would be make the most sense, and then
Mm-hmm.
after that, we're gonna kind of like, oh, hey, this day or that day, and then I mean, I have nobody that I'm gonna be going. It's like, any day you want to come down, fucking come down. We'll go see a game
Sick.
for
So you're
sure.
just gonna be able to give me the list of Saturday games and Friday games,
100%.
basically, and we'll just run from
Yeah,
there.
and
Okay.
honestly, I don't think there's gonna be that many Saturday games. Like, because if
No.
you think about it, we have to split it between 5 people, so it's like, you know, you're only getting one Saturday every month. So,
Mm-hmm.
but
We were talking about. It's funny that you say like taking weekends because we were talking about the. I don't know if you've seen that Frontier, the airplane. They put
okay,
out a deal for the summer. They put out an annual deal too, but they put out a deal for the summer where it's like $600 or something, all you can fly for like the 3 months during the summer, which is
what the
crazy.
hell?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but as my roommates and I were talking about it, we were like, it'd be sick, but we don't want to leave during the summer, Like the summer is
yeah,
finally the time where we want to fucking be here. So like taking
yeah.
one trip during the summer is great, and I'm sure we'll do that. But and like going to Chicago, like that's a different thing. But like if I'm jet setting every weekend to try to like justify this thing, then it's like fuck.
Yeah, I mean, 600 though. I mean, that's like once a month if you go. I feel like that's your money's worth at least, right?
Yeah, don't quote me on 600. It could be like 600 to 900. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was very like you take 3 flights, it's already paid.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I feel like that's something that like I would want for like weekday trips. Like, if you have a flexible work schedule or something like that where you can fucking work from
Yeah,
home, and hey, Tuesday to fucking Thursday, I'm gonna go to wherever the fuck you want to go, and I'm gonna go see a game at Fenway. Okay,
that would make
boom.
sense.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
where you could do that and work from home, and then you could literally live in a different place like every couple weeks.
Yeah,
That'd be sick.
exactly. Yeah, and just do something fun. It's like that. Yeah, that
Hmm.
would be more like it. But I don't know. That'd be cool. But I want to do something, man. I just want to go places. I want to fucking.
I'll go wherever you want. You know that.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying it's just tough, man. It's like, with for one, with work, two, because they're fucking Nazi Germany over there. 2 with fucking this Cub shit. I don't know. My dad's getting fucking hip surgery in a couple. He just found out this week that he has to get his hip replaced, and it's like I'm gonna have to help his ass with that bullshit, which isn't a big deal, but it's just like there's some shit going on.
Yep.
I don't know what to do. I want to go to fucking. I want to go to Arizona. I wanted to go to fucking
spring training.
Yes, I wanted to go to spring training. I really did. I don't think it's gonna happen at this point though. It's kind of late now.
Phoenix is dope. Scottsdale's dope. You would like it down there.
Definitely.
It's fun. I was looking at flights to Phoenix today, actually.
Were ya?
Yeah, for like April. Just to see. Just because I always like to have something cooked up, you know?
Yeah.
And they're not bad right now to fly in April. It's only like $330. And their tickets were spiking early this year. So I'm glad to see like shit's back to normal. I mean, it's not like 300's a fun price to pay, but
yeah,
it's at least it's not 500 because they were 500 for a beat there, which is unfortunate. And I'm not paying that to go somewhere.
No, absolutely not. Fuck all that. Well, I don't know. We'll figure that out. But anyways, can we talk about something I didn't see this year, which I'm surprised and I'm happy about. And I also haven't been outside that much today. Today's Wednesday, right? Ash Wednesday. And I didn't see anybody with ashes on their head, and I'm so happy about that.
You think ashes are dying?
I don't
know
are
over it.
I hope so. But I just think it's the silliest thing on the planet, dude. Like, what in the fuck?
When people are walking around with the ashes?
Yeah, you're like, who? What the fuck? Like, it's just so off-putting to me. Where it's like you look at someone and they just have, like, you got some shit on your face, buddy. Like,
it's like everybody you talk to is Post Malone.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa! I didn't expect you to have like that going on today.
Yeah, I just think it's hilarious because it's like, dude, what are we doing? I heard my fucking father talking. He's just like, oh yeah, I'm not getting ashes this year. I was like, good. Like,
your dad's not getting ashes. He's all beat up about it.
Oh yeah, he's all beat up about it. I'm like, come on, brother.
I'm probably going to hell.
Yeah, it's so funny. He's like,
see, I'm so accustomed to it because I went to Catholic school my whole life, so like I don't even notice it anymore.
Oh, dude, I notice it every single year where I'm like, oh, like I get like, I then I laugh and I'm like, God, you're like, it just doesn't make sense. What is the reason for it, Mr. Catholic School?
I couldn't tell you, dude. I'm so far removed. It's something though. There's something going on there. They do it in the shape of a cross, and they get you dapped up, and then you're good for a year. I know that.
Dude, if I was
no consequences.
If I was a priest, bro, every single time I put ashes on someone's forehead, I would just be like, Simba. Every fucking time, dude. It would be a wrap.
Or I don't know how they don't just get creative sometimes, like sign your own shit.
Or, dude, I would have a stamp, just a cross stamp.
Could you imagine?
Like all the fucking ashes
like
out.
you're printing license plates in jail, and they're just fucking.
Yeah,
Power of Christ compel you.
Oh fuck. God, I love making fun of the church. It's so funny.
So you're anti-Catholic on Wednesday, but how are you on Fat Tuesday when the punchkis are flying around? Then I feel like you're Catholic.
Oh no, I couldn't tell you the last. I don't even know what day Fat is. That the Tuesday before Easter or after Easter or Christmas, or what day is Fat Tuesday?
Yesterday was Fat Tuesday. It's the day before Ash Wednesday.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that.
It's right on the heels of Christmas.
Well, isn't there a day like after Easter that's like a big deal too? Or no? Am I making things up? Or like before?
No.
Oh, so there's Fat Tuesday,
Good Friday,
is the Friday before
Easter.
Easter,
yeah,
and that's the last day you can't eat meat, right?
Correct.
So Fat Tuesday was yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh no, no, I didn't have a single punchki.
No punchkis? I didn't have one either,
No.
but they were littered across our office yesterday.
Oh, I'm sure they were. We didn't have any around. Any. I didn't see one, but I'm not a huge punchki fan. They're okay.
It's just a donut.
They're
just a
filled
weird
with
donut.
shit, right? Aren't they filled
Yeah.
with jelly? Mostly, yeah. I'm not a fan of jelly filled
Jelly,
anything
cream.
really. Cream.
Not a.
I like a Boston cream, but
I was gonna say, how do you feel about Long Johns?
yeah, but Long Johns aren't filled.
Some of them are.
Well, I've never had a filled Long John.
What? With cream in it? Really?
No, I've never had a cream filled Long John. I promise.
Whoa, you should put a cream
From
filled Long
where are
John
you
down
getting
your throat.
Fuck
I'd
off.
love to see it all over your face.
Oh my god, dude. Where do you get a cream filled Long John from?
I don't know, Timmy Joe's, your local mom and pop. Somebody's filling them.
I guess. I don't know. I've only gotten donuts from Timmy Ho's a couple times, and it was always like a chocolate glaze because I'm a dog like that. But like Dunkin' Donuts, they don't fill up their Long Johns. They fucking have their Boston creams, and then they got their jelly filled fucking powdered. But
I'm out on Dunkin' Donuts.
oh my fucking god, why?
I'm all the way out because their food's not good, and their donuts aren't that good.
Dude, their donuts definitely aren't that good, but they're not that bad, and their food is solid.
And I've heard some bad thing. I'm not a coffee guy, but I've heard their coffee is very hit or miss.
Well, I've heard that too, but I'm not a coffee guy either. So
all right, so you hate Dunkin'. You're right there with me.
No, I don't hate Dunkin'. I like their food. So the gas station
you
right
just
by
said
my work.
Their donuts stink, their coffee stinks, their food stinks.
I said
they
their donuts
stink.
I said their donuts aren't that bad.
Okay.
And their food is solid. I like their food, but I know what I'm getting. It's like going to Taco Bell. Like, and
what do
you're
you
like,
get?
I'm not. So I get the sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich on a croissant.
Oh yeah, see, that's
And
because
then
you're a Richard.
Fuck you. What do you mean?
You got that croissant taste, dog. You can't help yourself.
What do you? Well, fair on that.
You're
fucking love
schooling me about Wagyu. You didn't have no Wagyu.
I didn't have any Wagyu.
Put that shit on a croissant, he said.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, yeah. You were like, Wagyu, not Wagyu. But I don't know. I just get that. Like, their bagels are okay. Their bagels are okay. Better than McDonald's bagels, though, I think, personally. And McDonald's
hard to find a good bagel, honestly.
Yeah, unless you're going to a bagel shop.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
The place in GR, that place, those bagels, dude.
I tried to tell Savannah she didn't get anything last time we were there. And I was like, you're going to regret this. Like, you have to get 100%. Something. And she didn't. Dude, I was hungover as shit. There was no way I was eating. I got one, brought it home, ate it for like a 4:00 meal. Yeah, basically dinner. Because I knew I was going to want one eventually, but I just couldn't eat it while I was hungover. But you got to stop. Shout out Bagel Beanery.
Dude, shout out Bagel Beanery. The way they make the bagel with enough consistency where you still know it's a bagel, but it's also like you don't have to rack your mouth trying to bite. It's just so it's crazy how good they make their bagels.
So you're out on. Were you like excited when you saw that the Don's bagel, like bacon, egg, and cheese bagel shit was coming back? Because they just brought that back.
I mean, if you're going to Don's and getting bagels, to me, you're an asshole. They have between the fucking the McMuffin and the McGriddle, it's like, what are you doing with your life if you're getting a bagel? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's just the way I look at that. Like, I don't know.
I would never do it either. And you know who used to love them before he went gluten free?
Shipper?
No, shout out to Brody.
I don't even know if Shipper's gluten free, but what an idiot.
Yeah.
Brody, you're not smart. If you're listening, Brody, you're not smart.
I think he does listen and no, he's not smart.
I'm putting you in a group. I'm putting you in the same group as Josh Shipper, you two fucking idiots. Ship used to be like, bro, the steak and egg bagel at McDonald's is the best. They put the onions on. I'm like, I had it and I'm like, this is underwhelming as fuck, dude.
You know who has stepped up their bagel game? And the reason that I brought this up in the first place, Tim Hortons.
Oh, really?
Their sausage, egg, and cheese. So they do this thing where they double up the egg and they put another piece of cheese between the eggs, and that changes everything.
Dude,
that
I
extra
had
piece of
one
cheese.
last time I was at your place. I'm pretty sure we got them, and yeah, I wasn't like crazy, but I was impressed. I was like, oh, this is good enough to party for sure.
I could get this on like a Tuesday morning.
Yes, 100%.
Rocket to work.
Yeah.
You know what I had the other day? I know that we. I mean, this is a food podcast. It's just food and religion. Like that's all that we talk about.
I love it. Oh shit.
I got home from it was Monday. It was President's Day on Monday, so I didn't have work, which is super clutch. Coming home from vacay on Sunday, and then you don't have work Monday.
Yeah, that's clutch as fuck.
But I went and got some Donnie's hotcakes. It's been a minute. I'm about to clean this shit up. This diet's getting cleaned up real hard. I was like, let's get one last Donnie's hotcakes push. Got to be one of the worst things for you on the planet.
It's gotta be, dude.
Like, Donnie's hotcakes and sausage has got to be up there for worst shit that you can get. That's like the quad whopper.
Yeah, dude. I mean, just everything bad. Literally everything bad. But I've actually the only time I've ever had Don's pan or hotcakes, or you want to call them, I was like fucking 10, and I threw up everywhere, and I have not eaten them since.
Really?
Yeah.
We need to do this then. We need to bring you back.
It's one of those things, it's like you just don't eat. Like there's so many good things on the menu that it's like, why go back to the thing that made you sick,
I know, but that's absurd. It's the best pancake out there, I think.
All right, I'd give it another chance, but I'm not doing it. I'd have to be next time I see you, I'll get them, and then you can record my reaction.
We'll do that when we do Jack's Hot Ones.
Okay.
Which is going to be a great day. It's a Hot Ones challenge. He basically almost kills himself at the end. It's going to be brutal for him. Guy can't even eat honey barbecue. It's nice when he's not here.
Dude.
Oh, he's coming back. There he is. Dude, he was like the Undertaker.
Fuck you guys. I'm trying to cut this onion. I'm already crying. I don't need to be thinking about hot Cheetos.
Come on, dude. It's not hot Cheetos. You wish they were hot Cheetos.
Bro, I forgot about the honey barbecue. The fact that honey barbecue is spicy to him is insane when it has the word honey in it, and he's like, it's too hot for me sometimes.
Yeah, that's absurd.
Oh, I love it. What a fucking gem that kid is.
Yep. One other thing that I wanted to bring up to you, non-food related. I was watching the Chicago guys. They do a draft every Monday. This week, they did laws that we would make, and it was like, I mean, some were serious, some were like joking. But one of the laws was a social media time limit. And I wanted to get your take on that and what your thought would be. Like, if we had a time limit every day on social media, do you think that would bother you, or do you actually think that it would like help your life?
What is considered social media? Just Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, I'm assuming?
I would say, yeah, like the big few, Instagram, TikTok, if you use Facebook, then Twitter. And that's really it.
What about Snapchat?
Snapchat, I mean, it is technically social media, but that's almost more of like a different form of texting. So I wouldn't count.
Well,
Snapchat.
yeah. Okay. All right. Fair enough. I would love that. I mean, depending on what it was. I mean, my screen time is, I don't know what, 3-4 hours a day or some shit like that. And I mean,
what if they cut it down to like 90 minutes a day?
90 minutes. So like right now, my shit's at 3 hours and 1 minute for today, and 1 hour and 33 minutes of it has been on social media. And imagine after this, I'm gonna go lay down and watch Netflix and probably be on something. So probably end up at like 2.5 to 3 hours total on social media for the night.
Right.
I had to cut that in half. I mean, for one, I think it'd be helpful because for one, I would be like, oh, I can't do it at work then because I actually have work to do, and why waste my social media time while I'm at work? I'd be way more productive. That's
what I thought too. That would be a big factor for me. I'd cut it down at work like all the way.
Yeah, I would love that actually. I think that'd be great. What's your punishment though? That's the question. Is it like by like you know
If you're
what
like
we're looking
if
at?
you're like every minute you're over,
It's
you
like
lose
it's
you lose like a day or you lose like a half hour or something.
so it's kind of like theft where it's like if you steal something that's $5, it's a slap on the fucking hand. But if it's like theft over 1,000, it's like you're actually you're catching a charge type of thing.
Right. Yeah, that's how I would figure it.
I would love that. I honestly, I think I would really enjoy that. I think that would be very helpful for life.
I thought the same thing. And they brought up
Yeah.
like they're like, well, what are guys like Schefter and these guys that kind of have to live on that do? But then I was thinking about it, and they're not really on social. Like they're not sitting there scrolling. They're just putting their
No.
shit out. Like
Yeah,
they're
they're
making
just
phone calls.
yeah,
You know?
100%. And honestly, it would make it would make their announcements. It would actually make them thrive. It would make their announcements so much more meaningful. Like it'd be like, oh, what the fuck did we miss?
Right.
Stephon Diggs to the Cowboys, and you're like, what? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I didn't look at my shit all day, and now, I
Yeah.
don't know that until I'm done eating dinner and I'm using my social media time.
Yeah. But then again, that would monopolize. That would make it so like headlines and clicks only. You'd be looking for news only then on social media instead of just kind of seeing what like your friends and the people you enjoy following are doing. So I guess at
Yeah.
the end of the day, then I'm thinking about like that. It's like, social media would be a whole different like outlook, I guess, and it just wouldn't be the same. So I would love that.
The days I think it would be tough are like sports days, like trade deadline day.
Deadlines. Yeah.
Yeah, when you just want to be like on all day, just kind of making sure that you're keeping tabs on shit. That would suck. Because then you'd figure out shit like it was 1975, and you got to get the fucking newspaper at 7:00 after you're done eating.
Yeah. I think that's an interesting concept. I do think, I just think phone time in general should be illegal. Not illegal. There should be a limit on it in general. Like you should be able to like text and call all day long, but literally anything else, like YouTube, fucking, playing games, like anything like that. It's like, I don't know. I wish I was able to cut back, but it consumes my life. It's unfortunate.
And I think that's something that our generation is doing or has to do with your kids. Basically make sure that they're only spending a certain amount of time staring at a screen.
The thing that sucks about it though is it's just like it's that like fucking yin and yang where it's like you don't want your kid on a screen all day, right? But like also if you shove a fucking screen in their face, they shut the fuck up for hours. You know what I mean? And so it's kind of like it's this weird like parenting, like, hey, go be a kid, and also, hey, shut the fuck up, I got stuff to do. I don't know.
And maybe it just depends on the content too. Like, are they actually like learning something, or is it just 3 hours of just mindlessness?
Yeah, like yeah, that's true. That's very true. But I don't know. I hate the world. That's so sad to think about. But yeah, I like that law.
I like that too. I thought that was a good one.
What would you do? What would your law be? You got me on the spot. What would your law be? Anything good? Any more brain busters?
I'd probably like the first thing that I would do is implement the 4-day work week.
Oh yeah, God.
Like that. I mean, it just doesn't need to be done in 5. Everybody else is like Europe's pushing 4. Like, let's fucking get on the train here. I know that some people are essential to work 5, and it's going to be different for people like nurses and shit, where it's like you don't know what your schedule is going to be, but they're working 3 days already, 4 days already. So it can be done. It's going to be tough for corporate America, but it could be done.
Well, yeah, and I mean it's because they, they made the day. They made 9 to 5, where it's like,
and fuck that guy, whoever that guy was. That was
for
like,
real.
We need 40 hours. Like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, 40 hours and your whole day. Where it's like, I think everything should go fucking 6 to 3 or whatever that. Yeah, 6 to 3 or no, 6 to 4. or 6 to 2. Jesus Christ, 6
6 to
o'clock
2,
to 2
yeah.
o'clock should be everybody. That's the best shift on the planet.
Yeah.
And then you have your whole fucking day, and you can still get 7 to 8 hours of sleep if you go to sleep at the right time.
Yeah, in the winter months, I mean, when you got out of work today, it was probably like the sun was going down.
It was close. It was still
which is
up.
depressing.
Yeah, definitely depressing. I mean, fuck. I mean, dude. So like, we did winter hours this year because it was kind of slow. So like, we went to work at 7:30, got out at 4. But like, our normal shift is 8 to 5. Like, that's our normal shift. We get an hour lunch. The one year when it was pretty busy, we stayed open till 5 and just went 8 to 5 still. And it's like every day I'm coming home, it's pitch black out, and it's like, God, this fucking stinks, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I guess
ruins
everyone
your
has
whole
to go
day.
through it. Yeah, well, it's just like it is your whole day. I feel like once
Makes
you
your
like,
day not count.
yeah, it's like I can't. Like, what am I gonna do now? It's dark out. You know what I mean? Like, I have 4 hours left. It's like, well, I'm just gonna go rot for a couple hours. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah,
It's frustrating.
I'm not.
As
Yeah,
fuck.
that would be my first one. I'd have to get that out of the way quick.
I love.
I'd
that.
also like the social media one. If you could pair those two together, you get Friday now, but you got to be on your phone less. So you get to go out and do shit. Be sick.
I'd outlaw Crocs.
Yeah, I get that.
you're like actually like a serious one, like a good one. I'd outlaw Crocs.
No, I totally get that. I mean, I've never owned a pair, never desired to own a pair, but there's going to be a lot of people that are pissed about that one.
I mean, dude, I haven't either, and like I've never. I would probably wear a pair if I got gifted them, like house shoes. But these people wearing Crocs to like social events need to be stopped. This is why the world stinks, because we're allowing people to wear Crocs with jeans. We're allowing people to wear Crocs outside. Like, we need to
How do you
stop.
feel about like glorified slippers when people wear those out and about?
Like the mocks with like fucking soles on them.
Still got fuzz inside, but it's got there's a sole on it.
I don't hate those.
See, depends on the person for me.
I do think,
because I have a pair, but I don't like go places. If I'm going somewhere, I'm in the car. Like, I'm not getting out.
Yeah, fair. I'm with you. It has to be hard soled. It has to have a legitimate sole on the bottom, where like if you step in water, you're not gonna fucking ruin anything.
Right. You can't be walking around in just big socks.
Yeah, and then
you can't.
Two, it can't be like you're wearing like the dirty old slipper that you wear every second of every day. Like, that's gross. Like, you got to have like house slippers, and then like you're going outside comfy slippers. Like, if you're all like, like these bitches get these Uggs and they get all nasty and dirty, and you're like, ugh, like you can't. That's like the guy version of Uggs, even though they have men's Uggs that look actually kind of dope. But no, yeah, fuck that. Nope, no moccasins, no slippers outside. Put on a pair of fucking shoes or sandals like a normal adult.
I think another one that I would do would be to just have seasonal menu items on the menu all the time.
Or breakfast all day.
That too. Breakfast all day would be part of that. Yep.
What's a seasonal item? What's a seasonal item?
Or not even, it could be like if Taco Bell invents the loaded griller, don't take the loaded griller away from me. That's just part of the menu now. I understand it could be an ever expanding menu, but even if you took it off the menu, like, you still have the shit to make it. So still make it for me if I ask for it. I think
that is super fair. That is the most fair part of that. If you have it and I ask for it, I know it's on the menu, but like, have the button. Like, first of all, have the secret menu where it's like, if some jerk off goes up and asks you for something, and you're like, oh yeah, all right, I got you. Like, yeah, like I'm a fucking gangster. Like, I'm a loyal fucking Taco Bell eater. I know about something that you took away. Like that, like
that was the Mexican pizza for everybody. When that shit came back, everybody was psyched.
Losing their fucking minds. And then they stopped serving it because they didn't have any boxes or whatever. Like that. I'm like, Jesus. But I agree with that. Fuck yeah.
And you know who does that actually and does a good job with it is Tropical Smoothie. They have something called retired smoothies that if you I like getting a Choco Chiller from Tropical Smoothie. It's under retired smoothies. It's not on the menu anymore, but if you ask for it and you tell them, hey, it's under retired smoothies, they'll go back there, find the recipe, and make it for you.
I love that because we get Trop smoothie a lot at work, and I'm getting bored. Well, actually, the smoothie part, I fucking drink a smoothie every day. I get the banana chai, but the banana chai boost or whatever the fuck it is with strawberry, and it's just delicious.
Someone does say
But
good.
yeah, it's really good. And you can get peanut butter too sometimes.
I was gonna say that's what I would add is the peanut butter to it.
So you have the option. It's like it either comes with one or the other. Sometimes I just get both. But it's like an extra $1.50 and it's delicious. But something about Trop smoothie, it's like they need to have more like deli options. Their only food options are chicken and then like a turkey club. It's like, dude, why not have like an Italian, a ham sandwich? Like expand that. It's not like there's no way that it costs that much more. Like all of their entrees are chicken based. And it's like you can only have Chipotle chicken so many times.
That's true. Yeah, and they take forever to make the smoothie.
Yep.
And I think a lot of it is just blend time.
Mm-hmm.
Whip me up an Italian sub while you're working on the fucking it's blending.
And you can get it, bro. Yeah, you can do what Subway does. Like Subway with the cold cut combo, they get little like it's already the meat's already put together. You just gotta take the little paper off, put it on the bread, take the other piece of paper off, and you're good.
Hell yeah, and that mystery meat is fantastic in the cold cut.
It's fucking yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of places do that where they already have it like pre-assembled and you just pop it on the bread. It's like it's fucking easy.
Yep.
But I don't know. I'm hungry.
Me too. Anything else? We're at 55.
What do we got here? Let me see. What do we got? No, I don't think we got anything else, man. I think still kind of that lull in sports for another 2 weeks or so.
Yep. Then next week we'll be drafting. I don't know what we're drafting yet, but we'll get something juicy. We'll make a juicy draft.
What's next week? Next week is the 1st of March, so like
March stuff. I don't remember what we drafted last year. We'll have to look in the archives.
Yeah, shit. Isn't it crazy to think? Isn't it crazy to think that like now we have to go and be like, oh, what did we do last year around this time? Like that's how long we've been doing it. It's fucking insane, bro.
We've done this. This will be draft number 15, which is crazy.
Yeah. It's
but thank you everyone for listening. Shout out to Rogue Creative, our sponsor and the sponsor of every episode, including episode 57. If you are a small business in need of some marketing or some graphic design, go visit roguecreative.org and talk to John and his guys. They're the best at what they do. They're going to give you high quality for a lower price. And if you are a gym owner, let's get on the bandwagon here. People are trying to enter your gym. They've never heard of you. So call John and Rogue Creative. They have something that's called database reactivation, which is just a fancy way of saying they're going to get more people into your gym that are looking at other gyms. So you're going to be stealing from the competition, which is always great. So shout out to Rogue Creative. That's roguecreative.org, or you can find them at roguecreative_. Okay. Yeah. Episode 57. That's a wrap. We will talk to you guys next week for the draft. We love you. Stay safe out there.
Love yous.